The only way to get what you want is to become a human yourself. What I want from you is your voice. Have we got a deal?
Alright y'all, jumping on into this, I went ahead and glued down my brows off camera, and this is me full of hope that I'm gonna get this look done, and this is me now doing this look for the third time because I was severely in the trenches. But anyways, starting off, we are going to outline our new brow shape. I am starting off using my regular eyebrow pencil. I always lay down anything I can with my eyebrow pencil because it's easy for me to clean up if I need to readjust the shape, and it doesn't mess up any makeup I already have on my skin. Once I have the shape laid down how I want it overall, I'm just going to go ahead and fill that in. Now, I am currently using my Makeup Forever Flash Palette. That is simply because I have it and I do like the way this product performs. But of course, you can use a regular like black eyeliner, you can use a gel potted liner, whatever you have is going to work. And then once I get it to my desired shape and thickness level, I'll then kind of clean it up a little bit with concealer. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with this gray eyeshadow. This happens to be Concrete Jungle from Makeup Geek, and I am going to start kind of patting this onto what I would consider like my upper crease area. As you can see, I very, very lightly kind of created a new crease, again using my regular eyebrow pencil, just so I could kind of have an idea of what my shape was going for. And I am just going to go in quite a few times, really building up this gray shadow. I am doing a lot of packing motions as to not disturb the brow hairs I already have laid down, so be careful. We don't want any swiping here. You may brush bottom to top, but you never want to swipe side to side when you've got your brow hairs laid down. Now I'm going in with the Glamlite Cake palette. I'm using the shade Birthday Cake, and if I could have asked for a better shade for her blue eyeshadow, I don't think it was possible. I'm just going to really focus on packing this onto my new lid up into that like false crease that I created. And I'm not gonna lie to you, now this shadow does have a lot of fallout with the technique that I'm using, so do not do your base if you're gonna use this eyeshadow for this look. Just be warned. Once I have that all laid down, I am lightly going over my new crease with a black eyeshadow just to kind of really deepen that up. And then I'm lightly taking that black eyeshadow and kind of blending it up into the gray, so there's not as much of a harsh stop between the blue and the gray. I don't know that it's necessary, but for me, I went ahead and did it. Now for the part that caused me about a million problems. Now this product worked great. The product I was using beforehand, not so much, but I'm gonna paint myself purple using the Mehron Paradise Makeup in the shade Purple. And I'm gonna start by putting this on like my face and upper neck just to kind of get me through. And once I'm pretty purpled up, I'm gonna go ahead and take this Urban Decay liner in the shade Vivid. I'm gonna tight line my lower lashes with that, and then I'm also gonna sweep it down below as you see me doing here. The big thing is to focus on making sure I have none of my actual skin color peeping through. So once I have this liner laid down, I go back in with the Birthday Cake eyeshadow from the Glamlite palette, and I'm just gonna really buff that out. As you can see, there's some of my skin showing in the inner corner. I'm gonna take the time to fill that in now. And then of course, I'm also gonna go back in with that gray, build up that shadow again, but also blend it down. And again, cover any of my actual skin that is showing. As I continue to really build up this gray shadow to my desired darkness, I just want to again remind you that we want to use patting motions, not swiping motions over these laid down brow hairs. So I do go in quite a few times, really building this up to my desired depth. Next, going into the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette, I'm taking the shade Dungeon, and this is going to be like my contour shade. So I'm using like a standard fluffy eyeshadow brush for this because I do want to keep it quite controlled. I'm going to start doing almost like a Nike swoop motion underneath my cheekbones. I'm following my natural cheekbones all the way around and then really cupping them there at the bottom. This is going to give them that full, really round effect. It's going to look funny. Don't let it scare you. You're just going to take your time and really blend out here, and then just kind of make them as even as possible. It's going to look wild, so don't let it freak you out. Like, the funkier it looks, I think the better it looks at the end result, but right now I look crazy. Ursula happens to have one of the teeniest, tiniest little noses, and so I'm going to go ahead and snatch mine, of course, using that same shade from the Jeffree Star palette. I'm just literally going to follow the line of my nose directly from my little eyebrow swoop all the way down to the tip of my nose. And y'all, my nose has never looked so snatched, for real. It's so skinny. And then last but not least, I've got to kind of give myself more of a protruding, almost like double chin type of a vibe. To do this, I am going to kind of follow the natural curve of my chin, but just very close to the front of it, and then kind of square off the chin at the sides, as you see here. It's crazy what contouring can do to your face. It always blows my mind. And then of course, we cannot forget her stunning red lip, and then of course her mole as well. These are very critical to the look. And then I'm going to go in with this sleek makeup highlighting palette to highlight, of course, my nose to snatch that even further. And then I'm going to highlight not only my cheekbones, but like the main apples of my cheeks, along with the center of my chin. And by doing that, I'm going to be bringing these parts of my face more forward, and thus really cementing in that new face shape that I wanted to create. And then y'all, I had to sit here and tame this Albert Einstein ass looking wig. I was bugging, okay, because when you look at the picture of this wig, it does not be looking like how it came in for me, but we're gonna make it work. I sprayed, I bobby pinned, I got it going, and then of course I had to spend forever painting the rest of my visible skin. This look is just, it's a commitment, you know what I'm saying? So just be prepared. It's not for a night out on the town, but it is fun. I was laughing so hard painting my whole body. It was a mess. And then I am going to take a little bit of extra time and really kind of contour my chest and my décolleté here, because I didn't want to look super flat. So I'm just gonna, of course, do my collarbones, and then I contour my boobies because my boobies are not big like hers. So we was making do with what we had, girl, okay? Once we are done with all of those final details, we are now no longer a poor unfortunate soul. We are Ursula the Sea Witch, ready to go and take Ariel's voice. This was so much fun for me to do, you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope you have a happy Halloween.